My name is Jason Smith from Fox 10 News, and I will be your moderator. This school year, as a part of Barton Academy's project-based learning, students have been reflecting on the question, who are we? That is, who are we as learners? Who are we as a school? Who are we as a community? This morning, as we focus on who we are as a community, we will get to a glimpse of the diverse careers of the people who make up our community. I know the press pool up front here is anxious to begin asking their questions, so without further delay, let's meet our panelists. Panelists, as I call your names, please tell your title, a brief description of your job, and what it means for you to perform your job. Our first panelist is Ms. Devin Calamette.
Good morning, students. I love all of the Mardi Gras flair. You look awesome this morning. I wish I had gotten that memo. My name is Devin Calamette. I'm the Airport Marketing Coordinator for the Mobile Airport Authority. We own and operate the Mobile Regional Airport, Mobile International Airport, the Mobile Aeroplex at Berkeley, and St. Elmo Airport. So they keep me very busy. As the marketing coordinator, I handle all of our advertising. I also handle our communications. I write press releases. I speak with the media a lot. And then I also do quite a bit of event planning as well. We just wrapped up our 5K on the runway this past weekend. So they keep me very busy at the Mobile Airport Authority.
All right, our next panelist is Mr. Chris Pang-Sissenboom.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Chris Pang-Sissenboom, and I'm a project coordinator for the Recording Academy Songwriters and Composers Wing. I handle all the production for my wing, so most notably we host the Grammys every year, which is super exciting. But I split my time between Mobile and Nashville, and we oversee songwriters and composers in all 50 states, as well as some territories in Canada, South America, and a few African, Asian, and European countries as well. And I'm excited to be here to chat about it.
Our next panelist is Ms. Cecilia Udson.
Good morning, Cecily. I'm the owner of Mardi Gras and More, right around the corner. And we are here to bring you all of your unique and special Mardi Gras needs. And I see some things out there I'm pretty sure you or your parents got at our store, which is exciting. But,
I want to introduce Mr. Josh Jones.
Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I just want to make sure y'all are awake. I know it's Monday. We were talking about that earlier. Well, I am Joshua Jones. I'm the Youth Violence Prevention Coordinator for the City of Mobile. And primarily my job is to coordinate new initiatives, ways that we can address the issues of youth violence here in the city. And the reason I love what I do so much is because I get to see kids like yourself every day, and then years from now I get to run into y'all and y'all can tell me how great y'all doing, and I can say, yay, you know, it's work. We got good people that's coming up and taking leadership in the city. And so I'm just excited to be here, and I'm thankful to everybody for this opportunity. And then I get to sit next to this group guy right.
Our next panelist is Dr. Todd Greer.
Good morning. It's great to be here, Barton Explorers. My name is Todd Greer. I serve as the Executive Director at Innovation Portal, which is just a little bit down the road. And if you're wondering what that is, we are a business incubator and accelerator. And so what I get to do is I get to work with people all the time who have ideas. How do we turn this thing into a business? And then we get to work in the community and be alongside the amazing people up here in the work that we do. So it's great to be here. Thank you.
Our next panelist is Mr. Luke Peavy.
Hey guys, how are y'all? I'm Luke Peavy. I'm an entrepreneur. I guess that's everybody's favorite word. We own and operate food and beverage places. We have literally 4 within 2 blocks of here. Our newest concept is the Insider Food Hall, the Outsider Sports Lounge. We have Post, we have Dailies. We open our 5th different concept here in 2 weeks in Spring Hill, and then 6 and 7 come right after that in early 2023. So we have a lot going. We also do residential and commercial real estate. We own other buildings downtown. We're simply the landlord, as well as some residential rental homes. And then our last thing is we kind of dabble in the music industry, and we own Dolphin Street Sound recording studio a couple blocks from here, and then Mobtown Music, the music store up front. So I'm excited to be here.
Our next panelist is Mr. Juan Torres.
Muy buenos días. Anybody speak Spanish here? There you go, great. English is my second language, so ESL stands for English as second language, which I did many, many years ago, before you guys were born. Is there anybody here from another country that is not from the US? No? No? Okay, well, my job, and one of my jobs is basically the founder of Belong, which is a nonprofit for immigrant children and their families. Imagine you going somewhere other than the US, going to Canada, Latin America, and then you and your family arrive, and then all of a sudden you gotta go to school right away, right? So there's a big transition there. You don't know anybody, you don't know the language, you don't know the city, so there's a lot of things that you need to figure out quick, right? And it makes it even tougher when you speak the language. So for Mobile, I like to say that, you know, when immigrants families come to the Port of Mobile and they're going to enroll in school, they immediately go to school, they try to figure out how to get in there. And the great thing about Mobile is that it has a specific department that handles that. You mentioned that, right? Not many cities have that, so it's great. It's a great thing to have here in Mobile. So they go to the department that handles all that, and all of your questions are answered for your parents, all of the questions are answered for you, and then if you need help, we provide services that can make it a lot easier for you to start a new life in a new country. My name is Juan Torres.
Okay, now our students. Our students are going to begin asking questions from our panelists, and our first question is from Cameron Davis, and it's for Mr. Juan Torres. You can use that mic right here on the table.
Mr. Juan Torres, can you please tell me what made you want to help immigrants and how do you develop an organization for it?
Be easy on the questions, okay? Yes. Thank you. I appreciate the question. As any of you know my accent, right? I said Spanish is my native language. So now when people ask me, you know, I notice an accent, I normally said, you know, I've been living in Mobile for 25 years. So that's where I get it from. What really made it to come to Mobile is basically, you know, I'm one of 13 children, grew up in Mexico, and at some point when I was 17, I got a scholarship that brought me to a border town. So I learned English and I completed high school there. Then when opportunities came to Mobile, to university, I applied for USA, and it really took me. I stayed here. But with that in mind, you know, I realized that there was so many things that I needed. And so I went through the experience of figuring out how to go get a job, how to find schools that would probably, activities that the school may have that would allow me to do all the things that I wanted. And it was tough. It was, you know, talking to you about 25 years ago. So that in itself, you know, allowed me to see how much there was for new families, for a new person like myself. And even, I mean, I was a young adult. So as hard as it could have been, it wasn't as hard if I had been a child or a kid, right? So that's what motivated me to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna put this together. I'm gonna get with people in the community, and anybody that has the heart to help immigrants in the community, you know, is gonna join us, and they did. So my basic needs, basically a reflection of my own needs, and then making it possible for others to have the things that I didn't, which is great now. At least I like to think so. Thank you for the question.
Our next question is from Aaron Brown, and it is for Mr. Luke P.
So I have a shop here in the school where I sell bracelets. And what are some of the products you sell? Okay. What are some of the products you sell, and do you have any advice for me as a fellow entrepreneur?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I went into your shop, and it is amazing. So I took a bunch of pictures. We were talking about, we used to do that on the black market in school. Sold these little, like, kind of like the origami things. I could make this box, and it laid flat, and you could blow in it, and it looked like, anyway. That's what I sold when I was your age. So I'm going to step into a company we invested in. I don't operate it day to day, but I think it answers your question better. And it's Keller Works Naturals. It's a soap company born right here in Mobile, Alabama. Her name's Kristen Keller. Her son had eczema really bad. She went to YouTube and learned how to make soap that would help her son's eczema because none of the medicine was working. Antibiotics, have all these different side effects and stuff. So out of that, she literally learned how to make it out of her kitchen and started a company. And we invested about 3 or 4 years ago as she was expanding into Whole Foods. And we just injected capital to her to be able to take her production to where she needed to produce those things. I think your biggest thing with your products and kind of choosing it is you have to do your market research. You have to, get a full list of how many students are here, how many, if you're selling bracelets or whatever it is, how many females, might here, how many possible customers do I have? And you have to pinpoint kind of the niches of that little market. I think would be your biggest thing. And, do sample products. Get feedback from your customers. Somebody maybe bought a couple, why not bring them on, do a little collaboration, get them, talking and, about the product and kind of talking up your brand. So I think the biggest thing is kind of you need to recognize your exact market. Don't be too broad and find what works for you and do not ever quit selling that product.
Okay, thank you.
Our next question is from Demetrius Collier, and it's for Dr. Andrea Kent. Right on time.
My question for you is,
Hold it up closer to you, ma'am.
what's the best way for you to prepare for college?
Great question. Sorry, I'm going to start off by apologizing for being a few minutes late. I have a child that's in school too, and I had to go do an extra trip this morning. But having said that, there are many things that you can do to get ready for college right now where you are at this very school. So the first thing that you can do is be here every single day, be prepared, do what your teachers ask you to do, go the extra mile for those teachers, and they will be here to support you. I think those things that you do right now will prepare you very well. The next thing you can do is do what your family at home asks you to do. So when they say, hey, it's time to go to bed, even though you don't want to go to bed, it's probably a good idea. All the things that you can do right now with your schoolwork, with your extracurricular things, get involved in things outside of school. If you like to play sports, if you like to go to the library, if you like to be in special clubs, all of those things make you well prepared for college.
And my other question was, what programs are available to help me better my chances?
So I would suggest that you do a lot of things right now through your school. Things that the clubs and opportunities that your school offer both during the school day and after school are great things to do that will help you prepare for college. Then there are also other things that you can look to as you get older, especially outside of school. For example, Mobile has Youth Leadership Mobile, which is a great opportunity of things that you can apply for in high school. So there are a lot of things that you can do right now through your school, and then as you get older, look for those opportunities outside of school as well. Thank you.
Our next question is from Sydney McGuff, and it's for Dr. Todd Greer.
Mr. Greer, can you please explain what the Innovation Portal is and how it benefits the community?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. So ultimately what we are is we are a space, a physical space in downtown Mobile that allows people to come together. So many times what happens is people have an idea for something that they think could become a business. They don't know where to go. They don't have a group of people who are able to talk to them and help them walk through the formation of that. So what we do is we provide people a space to be able to come in and work on their business and grow it, but we also provide access to programs so that we work with somebody. You say, hey, I've got an idea, I want to build this. We sit down and we work on sessions to help you understand a lot of what Luke was talking about, that market potential, understanding the who, what, where, when, why, and how of a business that happens. And then we work to help them build it and give them all of the support that they need so that they can make it a success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question is from Willa Lewis, and it's for Mr. Joshua Jones.
Is it hard to help youth who have been through so much? If so, what do you do to help them?
That's a great question, Ms. Lewis, and I am going to be honest. Yes, it is. It is really hard, primarily because people like me, we care really much, right? And we tend to take on the issues that we see and we come in contact with. We try to bear on that and try to make it as just as bearable for the child as we possibly can, but then in turn, we're dealing with the negativity that we see so much on a daily basis, right? And so what I try to do is what I try to speak hope, I just speak positivity into their life, but then I also get them connected to individuals who care, get them connected to mentors, get them connected to programs, and try to give them an opportunity to see what life is like outside of their circumstances. Because a lot of them are in just bad circumstances that really don't allow them to see what the future could possibly be. And so when I come into the picture, that's exactly what I do. I show them who they are, I tell them who they can be, and I get them connected to people that can push them to be who they need to be.
The next question is from Carly Utsey, and it's for Miss Cecilia Utsey.
What is it like owning your own business? And if you could change anything about it, what would it be? If you could change anything about it, what would it be?
I very much enjoy owning my own business. It's a big accomplishment. And it's a lot of fun owning a Mardi Gras business in downtown Mobile, since that is where Mardi Gras originated. It's a lot of fun for the community, and we can see that. If I could change anything about it, that's a little bit more difficult. I guess we just want to keep growing the business and expanding, the services that we offer there, as far as getting connected to the Mardi Gras organizations and things like that.
Our next question is from Rashika Basiri, and it's for Mr. Chris Payne-Sissenboom.
Have you seen an increase in diversity of songwriters and composers? And can you tell me about what would you do to help increase the diversity in songwriting?
That was a wonderful question. So, congrats to you. You came up with it. That's great. Yes, I would say arguably, the world changes every day. We're evolving every single minute. We're just inching closer and closer to becoming this big melting pot without being able to distinguish anything. So over my time with the Recording Academy, absolutely. Every single day we meet someone from more and more of the niche market, writing for cross genres. We actually just recently had a really cool event in Las Vegas where we brought some of the biggest pop writers in the world and some of the biggest rock writers in the world to the Hideout Studios, and they spent a whole week collaborating, trying to just come up with these new styles of songs. But not just genre diversity, also cultural diversity. With the songwriters and composers, we're really diving into Latinx music, specifically stuff like the Latin Grammys, which is amazing for. But in terms of helping people, I always try to have my finger on the pulse in terms of what is big, what's up and coming, and what the Recording Academy songwriters and composers can do to help those communities. For instance, Mobile did not have a lot of eyes on it prior to me joining the Recording Academy, and I'm very well aware of the cultural diversity that exists here. So I'm always keeping my eye out for the next big thing. We've had some really
Our last question is from Morgan Bowler, and it's for Miss Devin Calamity.
Hello, Miss. How do you predict the international airport will benefit Mobile?
Gosh, what a fabulous question. And, you know, it's really hard to put into words what this airport is going to do for our city. When it comes to putting us closer to a large portion of our travelers that we're now losing to other airports in Baldwin County, you know, that benefit is just really, it's hard to put into words how big that's going to be for us to increase the number of passengers that we'll be able to see every year. It also is going to benefit Mobile because we're a really big, a popular destination for conventions in downtown. And when you can put an airport within 5 minutes of some of the best hotels in our area and the convention center, that is, you know, I work directly with Visit Mobile pretty often, and they say that they are just hearing so many good things and a lot of interest from those large conventions bringing people to Mobile. And once you come to Mobile one time, you want to come back because you realize what a great place it is. That's how I came to Mobile. I'm originally from Dothan, which is in the southeast corner of the state, and I came to Mobile my freshman year of college to compete in a beauty pageant at the convention center. And I remember telling my parents, I love the city and I really hope that someday I can find a job in the city because this is where I want to live and where I want to spend my adult life. And here I am. I moved about 3 years ago and got this job at the airport, and I love it and I love the city, and I'm really lucky that I landed at the airport. I unintentionally said that, but I'm really lucky that I've ended up there at such a great time for us to be moving all of commercial air service from West Mobile to downtown, because it's going to help our thriving tourism and convention business, but also you have so many large pieces of industry located at Brooklyn, at the Aeroplex, who, you know, they're going to love to be able to just pop, you know, walk from their office to the airport and fly to wherever they need to go. I also think, I don't know if you saw it in the news, but we have a twice weekly charter flight right now to Canada that Airbus is doing. And when we can show that there is a need for that type of travel weekly, there is a larger chance that we can land a commercial flight to Canada. When we can guarantee 40 people on a plane twice a week. So those are just little things that are going to add up to be very big things for the city of Mobile.
That's all the time we have for questions. Thank you, panelists, for taking the time to share with us your professional knowledge and helping shape our community. And students, thank you for your excellent questions.